Welcome to Down the Tubes.
Welcome, everybody.
You know what, everyone?
Down the tubes.
This thing has been sort of going on. We've been getting a lot of requests from former subjects of Down the Tubes, fans, different people in general. We've been getting some requests to have a sort of call-in episode. And so that's exactly what this is. You know, we thought we'd kind of, because, you know, it's kind of a one-way street a lot of the times. It's like us, like, commenting and sort of passing down judgment on these people, and it's important for them to kind of speak for themselves. And we've got some small
giving
names.
a voice to the many people that
Yeah.
have reached out to us.
We've got some
you
big
may
names,
know,
some small
some you
names.
may know from certain, famous accolades.
That's right. That's right. That's right, Sam. Okay. Yes. So first up, I think we're actually going to kind of
CEOs and shit.
cut
We're
to
doing
the
some
punt.
CEO level
Yeah.
shit.
Well, you know that a focus of ours has been these billionaires, people that want to age backwards, they want to maximize, they want to optimize. We talked about him in our routines episode a couple episodes ago. You know him, you love him. He's the writer of 4 Hour Workweek. Tim Ferris. Tim Ferris.
Tim, are you there?
Tim.
Hey,
Hey, Tim.
this
I'm
on?
just going to put
Hello,
on
Tim.
your...
on?
Thank you so much for being on our
Tim.
podcast, our humble podcast.
Tim,
thanks
what's
so
up?
much for having me. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Hey, no problem, Tim. I mean, you're changing the culture of the American worker. You know, one book at a time. I'm just gonna put in the background. This was our
We're huge
Thank you for
fans.
saying that. Thank you for saying that. You
We're
know,
huge fans here.
yeah, huge fans.
give me
Especially Jack, who's not here.
give me time.
Most of all.
Give me 2 hours of your time, and I'll give you a whole life. That's Oppenheimer.
Is that a new book?
Yeah.
Give me
It's
2
the
hours
quote
of
I've
your
been
time.
Thinking about. I like to think about one quote each week, and I
That's
like
nice.
and then I like to read nonfiction
I was
before-
just gonna say. So
when I wake up.
our favorite video of yours, I'm having it play in the background here, was your nightly routine video, evening routine.
Yeah, that's a pretty famous one of mine.
Pretty famous video.
It's effectively famous. I mean, all of them are getting some pretty good views, but I would say that
It's effectively
that's
popular.
probably one of the best. That's one of the best videos I've ever put out.
Yeah, well, I just kind of want to ask you some, you mentioned in that book, I mean, you just brought it up. You say that at night you don't like to read, at night you like to read fiction because that doesn't cause thoughts in your head, because nonfiction
it doesn't
too
cause my
exciting.
critical analysis gear to turn.
So you're still doing this. That's what I was going to ask, is that, this evening routine, there's a couple pieces of it that I wonder, is it...
Well, I'm not even reading fiction anymore at night.
Period.
I'm not even doing that. Yeah, no, I've cut that out as well.
No fiction at all.
No, I see. I have several brown noise machines that I've at the corner posts of my bed, and I point them.
Oh, okay.
They're all pointed inward. And I
Quadraphonic.
it's a quadraphonic. Yeah. Oh, you're familiar. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I saw you. Oh, I'm
You're probably-
subscribed to your email list.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, and we really appreciate you doing that. And those point to me, and they put me in a deep rest. No dreams. I don't like to have dreams, so that
Right.
it produces no dreams.
Well, dreams are sort of like fiction in your head. It's like your brain making fiction, which is kind of bad.
Right. If you go to bed, and this is scientifically proven to be true, effectively, if you go to bed when you're asleep and you have dreams, if you're dreaming, you don't get rest. You have no rest. It's if you're running all night, it's like effectively if you're running all night.
Right.
It's the same. It's the equivalent, effectively, of you dreaming as you running, as you dreaming all night, as you running.
As you're running, it's like dreaming all night. Yeah. Well,
When you wake up, it's as if you've been running a marathon all night. If you've been dreaming, so what I like to do, I don't know if you, and I put this in the video, but I definitely left out a few steps because proprietary routines. You don't want somebody to actually have your routine.
oh wait. Well, wait. Hold on. So you're saying that the evening routine video that we watched, some of that is deliberately fake, or what? So you're trying to throw people off? That wasn't your real evening routine.
No. It's just I didn't include a lot of the steps on the way to bed, on the way to bedtime.
You're saying there's more steps?
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, I mean, I'm just scanning through the video again now. There's what seems to be an hours-long process of you going back and forth between a heated bath and an ice bath, and regulating your temperature with tea, and you're a huro. And it honestly, it already seemed like a really extremely long and arduous nightly routine. You're telling me there's more steps you left out?
That's correct.
Okay, what sort of? I mean, what would that be? Because I would, one of our biggest criticisms. I mean, Sam, if you can recall, I think that we even said that, this evening routine is so ridiculous and meticulous and ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems a little bit maybe demented, I guess.
Yeah, and like no one's ever going to actually do it. Like, what's the point of the video? Because you're not really advertising something that this was our, and I appreciate you coming on the show, because I know that we didn't only, we gave it to you. We like to do it sort of journalistic.
We mean no disrespect by demented either. I mean,
no.
It's interesting for sure, and you're fascinating.
Right, but our main criticism, which we did have, was that it seemed like, what's the point of this video? It's sort of pornographic, because like you pose yourself as this guy who's helping people maximize and optimize their lives. Yet when I watch this evening routine, it seems unattainable for at least 96.7% of the U.S. population. Most people don't have the standing bath. They can't afford all these different oils.
Most people do. Here's what I'll say about that, and about you two, and where you're coming from. So you two guys, and I've seen this a lot, and the work that I do full across the board, is that you two guys you're closed off. You've got a lot of limiting belief systems that you've kind of clammed onto,
right?
And now you live through that perspective. So let me give you an example.
I don't want you to get defensive. I mean, I'm open to that criticism. I mean, I don't know about you, Sam, but there's something I'm missing. So give me an example.
Well, an example would be, you said that you don't have the standing Japanese soaking tub. Well, yes, you do.
Most people don't.
Okay. As long as you have some disposable income, which everybody should have. Everybody should have a savings. Everyone should have at least the Roth IRA. You can dip into that, and you can overhaul your basement or your garage or whatever you have and buy yourself an Uhura. There's men that will come to your house.
I want to stop you there. I want to stop you there for a second. I want to stop you there for a second. So my criticism being that most people don't have that. Your answer is that most people do have it. And by most people do have it, what you mean is that most people could buy it.
Effectively, yes.
So you're kind of conceding that most people, wouldn't you say that that's the same as saying most people don't have it? Just in a temporal now sense, most people don't have it right now.
No. And I think the way you use language, is quite limiting, because you're saying things as they're happening. You're already done thinking that they're true.
Right.
I don't know if you've read my 4-Hour Workweek or 4-Hour Griemenstang, which is the German word for the 4-hour body. I also did the 4-Hour Chef, the 4-Hour Schliemann, in German. I do them in German as well, if you're familiar with that.
You write them in English and German.
Well, I spent a lot of time in Hamburg, and I think it's a very clean, well-run society, and I think they're on the precipice of having it be really good, but we don't have to get into that. So,
okay. Yeah, this is, I guess this kind of brings us to a broader fear I have about people like you, which is that when you sort of place the pinnacle.
All I'll say is this: here comes fear. You've already said the word, and here it comes talking. But yeah, I'm willing to hear you out.
Here comes talking. Someone like you that places the sort of like, if you sort of have a understanding of the world where the most ideal life is one that can only be achieved through having like a lot of disposable income and essentially being above most people in a certain way, right? You're spending a lot of money on a very elaborate house, very elaborate foods, supplements, et cetera, without really addressing the question of why would most people not be able to do this. I fear that people like you are kind of pointing us in a direction where there's an underclass and an overclass, which is like the people who are rich.
An underclass, you're saying.
Yeah, and so that's like kind of my fear, right? Is that like you guys are sort of like it all ends up being a sort of like a neo-fascist almost type thing of like there's this set of these tech people who can afford a Huros, and like really the only point of living is if you're one of these people, so you got to strive for this.
I knew that. I had a feeling. I did some research on you guys, and I had my guys do research on you guys, and I had several other guys just spend a lot of time watching your content.
Yeah.
And I knew that the F word was going to come up. And here's the thing
we're lefties.
Sorry?
We're lefties. Sam and I are lefties.
Well, of course. I mean, I knew that coming into this, that I would be bombarded from the left and from the perspective of the left. And look, I'm straight down the center. I don't like politics. I don't engage politically.
Right.
I like to think of myself as apolitical. And in fact, if you've seen that, there's a meme, and it's like 4 quadrants.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I like to think of myself as there's another axis, and I'm above that whole thing. So
I'm
kind of transcended politics, and I think that. I like Buddhism. I'm very into Buddhism.
You're not even in the center of the 4 quadrant, the political compass. It's called. You're not even in the center. You're just on you're on some sort of Z axis.
That's correct.
Away from it. That's awesome. Well,
yeah, and I invented that, and the thing is that I could sit down with Xi Jinping, and I could sit down with Kanye West, and I could sit down with Adam West, and I could sit down with James Woods, and I could sit down with Roseanne,
only elite rich people though. You could only sit down with rich, kind of like high, because you're naming people from a lot of powerful people.
You're making a false dichotomy, effectively, when you say rich and not rich. That there's rich in spirit, and everyone has that, and that's can be tapped into at any time. So if you're not creating wealth, then you're a bug. I'm sorry, and that's for you. That's a decision that you've made,
right?
Effectively at the personal level of your soul. And because I'm a Buddhist, I believe that life is suffering, and you chose to suffer.
You're a Buddhist. You're a Buddhist.
I am a Buddhist.
Do you like Tibetan Buddhism, sort of Tibetan style Buddhism?
I love it. I love the Dalai Lama.
What did you think? Yeah, what did you think of that? I was going to ask you, because recently, this is topical, but which we don't normally do, but there was a scandal, which was the Tibetan Dalai Lama asked a small child to suck his tongue, but some people have said that's just a common Tibetan prank. I mean, how did you respond?
Where do you fall on that?
Yeah.
Gosh, no comment.
Okay, great. Well, I think that what I'd like to do, kind of close you out, give you a chance to, prove me wrong, is you mentioned that there were a bunch of steps in this routine that you left out. Could you maybe list for us? I know you said it's proprietary, but you don't have to do all of them, but what were some of the steps that you left out of this insane sort of demented psycho routine that you posted?
Well, I'll give you this. You're good with adjectives, but you're not very good with nouns. And if you know what I mean by that, then you'll go ahead and go back and you'll say, oh, it's psycho and it's demented. I'm effectively a billionaire. I effectively run several different companies at once.
Right.
I effectively I'm not in a relationship right now, but I am, because I'm engaged in the work that I'm engaged in. I'm in a relationship with all the
I would
work
also
that
say,
I
let
do,
me stop you real quick.
I love my work.
To help you out, I would say, because the most curious thing that's come out of you has been this sort of, as I said, this sort of mindset where anything that you could have in the future is something that you effectively have now, because like if you could buy an Uhuru someday, that's the same as having one. Similarly, you don't have a girlfriend right now, but you could go get one
easily.
And so in a sense, you are in a relationship already.
Should I attune myself? Like they say that when you decide to go down to Peru, you decide to go down to Peru and take the ayahuasca, you start to trip right away before you even get on the plane. So
once you make the decision,
effectively, you're already tripping because you've already attuned yourself into
what
the
are the
wavelength. So if
steps?
you want to attune yourself into anything, if you want to attune yourself into being a 9/11 hijacker, go ahead. But I'm not going to do that because I love the country that I live in.
No one should do that.
And
no one should do that.
No, you'd have to attune yourself to go back in the past, I suppose. It's a little joke I was making. But
It's an effective joke.
Well, I like to spread a little humor into my work every once in a while.
You laugh a lot. You laugh a lot when you say stuff on your videos. You do a lot of. You'll say effectively, "This is MCT oil," and then you might chuckle for some reason that I can't really identify.
Well, it's funny. Laughter is some of the best medicine, so I always try to implement it at least 17 times a day.
Out? What are some steps that you left out of this routine? Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are accessible. I don't know.
Well, I do. Here's the thing: is I'll give you a couple of them. I don't want to give them away because I run a business and I'm worth a certain amount of money.
Right.
And so I get. Here's one of them, and this is going to sound maybe a little bit weird, but once you effectively do it, then you'll realize that it's something that's actually going to be super beneficial for you.
Okay,
actually in the long run.
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll get tattoos during the week. I'll get lots of tattoos on my body
during the week.
During the midweek, the weekdays, as you'd call them, work days, as I would call them. And I work 14-hour days. So I'll go from half those days at half that time, I'll get tattoos.
Okay.
At several different places. I live in San Francisco, and I'll go to several different places in San Francisco, and I'll get lots of tattoos. And then I'll spend the weekend removing them. I'll go to removal tattoo shops and removal places, and I'll remove the tattoos.
And this is part of your evening routine. This is a step that you left out?
Yes, because what it will do, if I've spent enough time tattooing and removing tattoos and tattooing again over the top of the removal of the tattoo, that it's so traumatic that I will sleep like a baby for effectively 36 hours. So I'll sleep. The evening routine for me sometimes will be I'll only sleep once a week, but it will be so in depth with the tattoos and the brown noise machine,
right,
that I will sleep so deeply that it's like I'm almost dying and I'm almost dead. And then I'll wake from that. I'll feel like a child.
Awesome. Well, Sam, I don't know if you have any more questions for Tim. I'm ready to let him go.
How's it going down there, Sammy boy?
I guess I wanted to know, what kind of family dog did you have growing up? I like to get into these kind of like, kind of a Terry Gross style of. Yeah, I guess you could say.
That's totally fine, and I'm willing to answer any question.
Gross.
That's something about me is that I'm willing to answer any question. So I could sit down with Pol Pot, but I could also sit down with Barack Obama, but I could sit down with Cinderella. I don't know, but if they're going to ask me a hard question like this, I'm going to answer it.
All right. I guess
great.
A follow-up
That's
would
a good
be,
answer.
That's
honestly.
great. Yeah, thanks for answering.
Thanks, Tim.
A follow-up is it okay to read scary books before bed?
Oh, you're saying like a Goosebumps or an Animorphs or something like that?
Yeah, mostly Animorphs.
Absolutely. I think you should stay away from Animorphs only because that's sort of a midday book. You want to take that in on midday because the change occurs so rapidly in those books and the morphing of the young men and women that to wrap your mind around it, you need a whole day.
Tim, are you okay?
You need a whole day to take that in, and then you can go to bed effectively immediately
right
after.
Yeah.
Well, Tim,
you know what? Sorry, kind of a stupid question.
Tim, thank you for coming on. You've been
no
totally gracious.
Albert Einstein said that.
Been totally gracious. That's all right, Tim. Tim, hold it for 1 second. Thank you so much for coming on. You've been. I know that we sort of came at you on our video about you, so I just appreciate your graciousness.
Yeah,
and
Brendan
coming on.
attacked you. Sorry for that.
So, and it got a little confrontational, but I think that we really figured something
guys,
out.
The Art of War says
I really appreciate
something
what
like,
you do and all
right,
you know, your advice.
I'm hanging up, Tim.
Changed my life, really. Yeah.
thank you for saying that, Sam.
I'm a bit
I
of a
really
fanboy,
appreciate you saying
yeah.
that. And I don't want to see you in person, but have a good life. And you guys.
It's a long goodbye, Tim. I think that the thing is
Yeah.
that I
Tim,
appreciate you coming on and, like I said, being so gracious and sort of amicable. But
I've got somewhere to be, guys. So I need to get out of here.
You need to head out. That's all right. Okay.
I'm gonna hang up the phone, but I'm gonna be in contact with you guys no more as well.
Great. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna take off.
All right. See you, Tim.
Bye.
Whew. Well, Sam, what do you think? Kind of our first interview on the show.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
So weird that we got Tim as our. This feels good, I mean, Tim, you kind of. I think maybe you came at him too hard.
Yeah, it got a little confrontational.
I just feel like he kind of didn't realize that like you respect him a lot, I respect him a lot, and like we are. Like, I mean, he's changed your life, right?
Certainly. I mean, I really didn't want him to get defensive, but of course, if I'm throwing around words that are, of course that's going to happen. So, well, because he's a demented psycho. So it's tough for like he's
but I mean he's an amazing genius. His books are so captivating. They're so captivating.
I think that he said the 4-hour Schliemann in the original German.
Yeah, I think that was some sort of Nazi link. I think there's some sort of Nazi.
Yeah, there
link
is. This is what I'm saying. Because he was bringing up bugs. He's calling people bugs. It's like some of these. You accuse him of being a fascist. He starts talking about bugs and writing in jury. He wasn't beating the Nazi allegations, as the kids say on Twitter.com.
And how about the dog question? Huh? I mean, we all know there's one dog.
Yeah, the dog question. Yeah, he didn't really. He dodged that.
There's one dog that you really, if you grew up with it, it's a little touchy.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, maybe that's why he dodged it. You think that he almost...
Yeah, German Shepherd, maybe.
He might have
German Shepherd dog growing up.
So, do you want to... who do you think we've got... I mean, our phone lines are lighting up. I mean, they're blinking off the hook. Blinking off the hook.
Should we...
Hey, sorry, folks. We had to take a quick break. Sam had a appointment with the doctor that he had to take really quickly. Sam, how are you doing?
Over the computer appointment.
Yeah, Sam had to do a telehealth appointment really fast. We kind of forgot about your doctor. I know that doctor. Okay. That doctor that's Skyping with you, they're from really far away, right? They're some sort of specialist for a unique condition.
Yeah, he's actually from India. He specializes in dog bites because I suffered a dog bite last week, and I guess it's quite rare because dog mouths are so clean that you'd have an infected dog bite.
Wow.
And
you had to go all the way to a doctor. So the number one dog bite specialist, he's in India, huh? U.S. doctors can't really handle it.
Well, yeah. So anyways, the dog bite's infected. It's pretty rare, I guess. I'm going to be okay. They say I'm definitely not going to lose my leg. I got bit in my leg.
Oh, awesome. What type of...
50%, I'm not going to lose it, or 60%.
Or 50 or 60% chance that you're not going to lose it. That's nice. That's pretty good.
He said, well, there's a little bit of a barrier because I don't speak his language. He doesn't speak mine. So, I think he said 50 to 60% chance that I'll get to keep it or that I'll lose it.
To lose it. So around a 50% chance that you lose it, but also around a 50% chance that you keep it. Some are saying
50 to 60. Yeah, right. There's about a 50 to 60 or 40. Yeah, I guess 40 to 60% chance going
depending
either way.
on the directionality.
So in my mind.
You know what because you were asking about Tim Ferriss's dog, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting a dog in order to protect yourself? Because the dog who bit you was a stranger's dog, right? Because you were kind of telling me about this. It was a stranger's dog.
Yeah, I mean, I was wandering the streets late, at night last week.
Because I've read. Oh, yeah.
I was wearing. I was wearing. I was wearing the costume I usually wear.
Right.
I wanted
your Spirit Halloween cop costume.
Yeah. Yep. And it's real badge. It's a fake costume from Spirit Halloween, but I did manage to get a completely legitimate badge from a friend that I can't really discuss on the podcast, but shouts out to you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for getting me that legitimate badge, and rest in peace to your dad who fell in the line of fire.
Yeah.
Rest in
Wow.
peace
I don't
to
even want to touch
Jennifer's
that
dad.
with a 10-foot pole. But you know what I'll say is that because I was thinking
He's a police
after you told me about
captain.
that,
Go ahead.
I was thinking about pepper spray or whatever, these different things.
Yeah.
But have you considered just getting a more aggressive dog to ward off enemy dogs on the street?
Yeah,
Getting a big dog yourself.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up because my therapist was recommending I do that.
Your therapist was recommending. Your therapist zooms
That's
in from
crazy
really
idea.
far away.
I mean,
right?
great minds think alike, I guess.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing. So the point is that have you looked into it at all? I mean, do you have any leads? What type of dog is good?
Actually, I was looking
honestly,
at this I keep getting Instagram ads because I was researching last night quite a bit for probably 6 hours. I was researching
Instagram ads?
pit bulls.
Oh, pit bulls. Okay, so sort of
because
that's a strong dog.
I know they kill kids a lot. Like they kill little kids a lot. And,
a lot. You're saying they kill kids a lot,
and they like attack people a lot. And
right. Well, and that's and no one will be offended by that. And that's just a fact. There's no group of people who gets up in arms when you say that pit bulls are just killers.
They're
but anyway,
just violent. Yeah, I was researching. I was on Wikipedia and it said that they're violent by nature.
That's what it says online when you look it up. Oh, that's interesting.
On Wikipedia and
that's crazy.
Petco.com.
Like it's genetic.
About the best.
It turns out it is genetic in them. It turns out.
It's totally genetic. Yeah.
So either way, I mean, if you
I was getting
want,
advertised.
If we have the phone hooked up, we could call. We could kind of sort this out now. I know George Bruno is waiting on the line, but I don't really like him very much, so we could talk to him another day or something like that. I think it's kind of more important because you and we both have severe mental symptoms, and so it's good to kind of get business done on the podcast, hold ourselves to account.
We should probably do it right now before I get distracted.
Yeah, me too.
Do this call up.
Okay, well,
I was getting advertised.
Let me look at the ads on my phone.
This kennel.
Oh yeah, that dog.
The number posted.
That dog looks extremely tough. Okay, I'm looking at two dogs here: Mega Man and Island Boy. These are two example dogs that they're.
Well, those are the studs, I think. But I'm thinking because I have about $30,000 to allocate to getting this pit bull. It's my life savings, but
Well, we could. I mean, that's kind of a big purchase. I mean, I don't think that you should do something like that without maybe.
Well, I just think to get a stud because I am thinking maybe about starting a breedery.
Well, I'm just saying that before you spend that much money on something, you should probably maybe. I mean, do you want to talk to him on the phone? Kind of make some inquiries.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should call him up
fine.
because I don't know. I mean, Mega Man looks pretty buff. He looks huge. I don't know if you saw him, and his legs are really short.
You know what? Hold on. Let me just. We got the phone hooked up. Kennel. Maybe I won't dox them on pod. You could.
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay. It's ringing.
Okay.
Still ringing.
Hello.
Oh my. Yeah. Is this Bleep Kennel?
No, sorry. So something in my throat there. Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
We just saw your. Yeah, you're on a conference call, by the way. Is that all right with you?
Oh my, I'm popular, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it okay with you if the call's recorded as well?
What are you talking about?
We record a podcast and we.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys do one of the little podcasts, huh?
Yeah, we're.
Is it popular? How many subscribers has it got? Is it popular? What's your reach?
Yeah, we have 31 subscribers right now, which is
31K?
Those are all. Yeah.
It's a lot. We kind of want to do like a deal with you where we maybe get some sort of sponsorship, or you kind of give us a deal because we'll shout you out on our podcast.
Good idea.
So basically, my story is I will probably not lose my leg, but unfortunately, last week I was attacked by a smaller dog. It was pretty well. It doesn't matter what size it was, but it was a vicious dog, it was not rabid, so I don't have rabies, thank God.
And he has a 50% chance of keeping the leg that was bitten.
Okay.
40 to 60%.
40 to 60% chance of keeping my leg. Hopefully, my doctor in India is on the job. He's helping me out a lot over Zoom. But what I was wondering is, I guess Brennan and I, we were thinking sponsorship deal. We shout you out, and we could maybe buy.
Let me also expand a little bit.
Stud.
Sam, who's talking now, we kind of had we're calling your kennel today because we kind of had this idea, which was that to prevent him from getting further, and maybe you hear this all the time, maybe we're coming up with this, I don't know if this is a common idea, but that to keep Sam from being bitten by small dogs, we would purchase him a very large and aggressive dog. And
something that
would
was
sort
like
of
maybe
take
born
care
aggressive.
Of, something that was aggressive that would just sort of dispatch smaller dogs at will.
Yeah, or could eat them even, possibly.
Yeah,
like
in one bite.
A smaller dog. I don't know.
We saw Mega Man. We saw Mega Man. We saw Island Boy. We saw Mega Man and Island Boy on your.
Well, these aren't big dogs here.
These aren't big dogs?
No, these are low riders.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm taking a closer look at the picture. They are kind of stout. These dogs.
These are pretty small dogs, and I think they could be still good for you.
Fighting, or does it help?
These guys. I mean, the biggest thing these guys will fight is a cat.
The biggest thing they'll fight is a cat.
A cat.
Okay. Would they fight a dog that is a similar size to a cat, possibly?
No, they'd back down from that fight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's not really just that it's as big as a cat. It's just they'll fight a cat.
They're bred to fight cats. Yeah.
Oh, these are cat fighting. This is a cat fighting breed.
Okay.
Island Boys.
Well, I love cats. I don't think I could ever. I don't think I could ever. I love cats. I don't think I could ever own a dog that would have that sort of.
You're a cat man.
Ingrained.
You're from Cat Man, dude.
I really enjoy cat videos and Instagram and.
Instagram reels. Well, I like those too.
Sam, would you say you're triggered right now?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna turn you gentlemen onto some literature of the mind here, and that is that.
What's your name too?
My name?
I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name.
We didn't catch your name. I don't know what the kennels.
My name's Tylercliveowen.
Tylercliveowen?
Clive Wilder.
Okay, is that 3 names? Middle name? Middle name Clive?
Just one name.
Tylercliveowen, all one word.
Yeah, well, I got it legally changed in the court system when I started the company.
Oh, okay. Why? Why did you do those at the same time?
Because I wanted the company to reflect my name. So
right, but I'm looking at the company name.
Like it was a magic sigil. Every time that you incur my company's name, you incur me, and you.
But I'm looking at the company name on Instagram. It doesn't appear to be Tylercliveowen Kennel.
Well, that's sort of I can't change the name right now on Instagram. Is the whole thing Elon Musk or whatever bought it, and
okay.
Somebody bought Instagram, or I can't change the name. It's unfortunate, but what I can tell you is that these are beautiful, beautiful dogs. These are beautiful dogs.
What was the literature that you wanted to turn us on to? Sorry, I kind of cut you off from that to get your name.
Oh, right,
some literature of the mind that you wanted to tell us about.
Here's some mind soup for the soul for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's that cats are run amok in this country. Cats are run amok, and there's so many. And if you think about it from a birding perspective, or you think about it from a biosphere perspective, we need to get rid of a lot of these cats, and that's why I breed dogs to kill cats. It's an A to B. It's not hard to figure out. Island Boy himself has taken down.
Yeah, what's his kill count?
He's taken out 4 cats, 4 neighborhood cats.
It's honestly less than I expected.
One of
them,
not
that many.
Unfortunately, one of them was one of my neighbor's cats.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll get back to that. But yeah, how many has Mega Man killed? Just since we're looking at the pictures.
Mega Man has got quite a few. He's got 6. He's got 6 under his belt, and those are all feral.
Those are full size cats, or?
Yeah, one of them was a Maine Coon, actually.
Okay, that's pretty big.
Oh wow,
He ripped
that's
a Maine Coon in
large cat.
two.
So let me just get this straight.
Do you
So
think I
these
could
dogs.
retrain? Could I retrain Mega Man maybe to take down, since a Maine Coon is similar to like kind of a small to medium dog?
Well, this is what I was going to kind of clarify, Sam. Is you
retrain-
stated earlier that it'll fight anything as big as a cat as long as it is a cat. But now we've kind of so it'll kill anything as big as a cat as long as it's a cat, or something larger than a standard cat if it's also a cat, which would be the Maine Coon in this case.
Well, the thing is that you're seeing it from a physical perspective, but I train them on
I
sense
am, for
and
sure.
smell alone. So what
Okay.
I'll do is I'll get a lot of cats and I'll traumatize the cats in a cage, get them to secrete their hormones in a room that I have. One of my rooms, I converted my son's room to a cat trauma center, and then I'll get their pheromones in the air in there. Then I'll get like Island Boy or I'll get Mega Man, and I'll pop them in there for an hour or two with the cats.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
And it's like a steel cage match, and they learn to hate the smell and they hate cats. But if I did that with other things, if I did that with, God, off the top of my head, what can I think of? Ocelots or armadillos or something, then certainly, they would be able to take care of an armadillo.
But not
But
another
if you think
dog.
about an armadillo, it's got a hard shell and they roll up.
Could I put cat pheromones, pheromones onto maybe a subject that I want the dog to take down?
It's something I've never come across and never experimented with. And
is it a good idea?
Legal reasons, I'm not going to say no or yes or no or yes.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. If he were to spray cat pheromones on an attacking dog, so let's say he's got a sort of pepper sprayish device that launches cat fear pheromones onto a small dog, or even a dog the size of a Maine Coon, would that allow Mega Man
or even just a
Island
turkey
Boy
baster maybe
to
full
kill
of
him?
pheromones?
Would Island Man or Mega Man, would they be able then to attack the creature?
I don't know.
It's a cat.
If they made an
Just
Iron Giant 2, would I like it? It's like
probably, but you don't know for sure.
This is stuff I don't know, guys. I mean,
Let me ask you a question.
Me stuff I don't know.
Tyler, okay, let's drop that for a second. It seems like maybe also Sam, just sidebar for a second.
Yeah.
This guy, I don't think he's got the dogs you're looking for, but he is a fascinating guy. And I kind of want to pick his brain a little more.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think maybe
whisper.
He can't hear us, right?
No, I've muted him and me.
Okay.
And you as also.
Maybe he has other dogs though. Maybe younger dogs too. I'm just thinking, younger dogs that potentially I could train, and just wondering if maybe he can tell us about any of those other dogs, younger dogs,
I just wonder if he would have brought it up by now if he had a dog that it could work for this purpose. But I mean, we can sometimes you need to do sort of a Sun Tzu Art of War, like the hard sell, the hard.
I mean,
reverse,
it could be
the
that
hard buy.
It just could be that he has dogs on lock that are have cooler names and stuff that are not maybe posted. Is all I'm saying.
Hold on, let me take him off
younger
the
maybe for me to train.
Tyler. Hey, I got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
The first one was, does anyone ever come to the cat trauma center thinking that it is a place to rehabilitate cats? Have you ever had someone show up?
No one comes to the cat trauma center. It's in my house. It's under lock and key.
Okay, it's not listed anywhere.
In fact, I've probably gone too far to even bring it up in this forum because
it is animal abuse. It is definitely.
It's not animal abuse. Like I said before, cats are fecund. They're everywhere. They're a menace to society. They're killing birds at a tropical rate. I'm sorry. They're killing birds at a tropical rate. And here's the thing.
Right. Sam, do you want to? Well, Sam had an idea because it sounds like Mega Man, Island Boy, they kind of have something going on where they can't help his purpose.
Yeah.
But Sam had a kind of question from one dog breeder
I was
to
wondering
another.
if maybe you had just some younger dogs for sale, and maybe you could tell us their names or something.
Ones you might not normally
about them.
Ones you might consider like, oh, these aren't for the general public yet, but maybe we want a less trained dog so that Sam can train him up to his ends.
I mean, honestly,
I'm working on some stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm working on. I'm working on what I call my drop Lamborghini boys.
Okay.
And these guys
that sounds kind of up my alley, actually.
Drop
guys are,
Lamborghini.
Yeah, these guys are dropped to the floor. They've got the shortest legs of any dog, and
they're even shorter.
We call them skirted because their bellies are fully on the ground.
Right. So unlike Island Man, Island Man and Mega Man,
sounds like that could be up my alley. Would
their peepees and their bellies are dragging.
Would they be able to kill a small dog?
This I don't know. I mean,
or still no.
Well, these little guys have nipples.
Yeah, you can't
we got their nipples like
wink,
neon.
Wink, nod. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, they can't kill him. We get it.
Yeah, I mean, they're fierce little.
So do you have any
buggers.
by name, or do you have any by name? And maybe later you could send me pictures of each one.
Yeah, one's called Pontoon.
Lamborghini drops. Okay.
Pontoon.
I've got Pontoon. I've got Lao Tzu.
Okay.
After the ancient Chinese poet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Taoism guy.
Okay, right.
Oh gosh, my wife names a lot of them, so she goes on a trip to the Mind Palace, and she picks out these names. So they're just so weird, they're just so crazy. Another one's called Tycoon. Another one called Tycoon.
Your wife? That must be
which ones are your wife and which ones are you?
Most of them are my wife. So Tycoon's my wife. Louds is my wife.
Awesome. Tycoon might be up my alley.
Pontoon I named because like a pontoon boat. He reminds me of a pontoon boat.
How does your wife know about Lao
There's Bargino because he reminds me of a barge, but he's Italian.
He's
like I want to barge.
Pause it. Hey, you know what, Sam? When you get your dog, could you name it Dan Bongino?
I could name it
Dan Bongino. A dog. It's a good dog name.
Then we'd know it would be ruthless.
Yeah.
Nothing but just the truth.
So Tyler, awesome. I would say the business portion of this call is kind of concluded. Sam, it sounds like you've got what you want. You've made a connection. You've networked today.
Yeah, I mean, I have about $30,000 to spend on a dog, so
you guys can communicate.
Make that work with maybe a sponsorship thing, or we can shout you out or something.
And then Tyler, where are you located?
Computer? Do you use email, Tyler?
I'm off the email. I've got banned from email, but I am.
You got banned from email?
Yeah, I was abusing my Gmail account. I don't want to get into that.
Email.
I'm sorry?
You got banned from just all email services?
I've never heard of that. Never heard of that, and I'm wondering what kind of behavior.
Everybody has their thing. Some people like to drink a beer after work. I like to get on there, and I like to do some pretty bad stuff on the email. So, gosh.
Like scamming?
You name it, I've done it. I've done scamming. I send the nudes out. I'm just, for some reason, once I see
on mass?
Once I see that email window, possibilities start.
You go crazy.
They start opening up.
Wow, that is really. I've got some rapid fire questions before we let you go. Where are you located? Where are you located?
I'm located in Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee, Florida. Awesome. And how did you get into dog breeding?
Oh boy, my father was a dog breeder, and I never wanted to get into it. I said, no. I'm not going to do this. And I joined. I was with a group of black hat hackers, and I did some bad stuff. I did some terrible things. I went overseas. I got locked up in Thailand smuggling hashish. Then it was Estonia.
You got locked up in Estonia as well?
Yes, I did some time in Estonia smuggling hashish pipes. And then I found God in prison, came to me in a napkin of all things. And
what do you mean by that?
I just written on a napkin was the word God, and I said,
"Oh, that was enough.
That was enough for me."
That's a sign.
I went to the public library. I'm still working on the Bible.
But
so you were traveling to do black hat hacking. You were going physically to the locations to do hacking there, because that would seem, because when I think about black hat hacking, I think one of the main benefits is that it's kind of remote, and so you're less under threat of physical harm or arrest or something like that. But you were going physically.
But you were also smuggling hash.
But like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Were those concurrent, or were you smuggling hash after being
with
caught?
Your crews?
Yeah, well, you guys familiar with EBM, electric body music?
Yeah.
EBM?
Well,
yeah.
I love that stuff, and I follow it around the globe. So it's really got nothing to do with the hacking. It's just that
you were just separately doing hashish in Thailand.
Music festivals, and so I stay in hostels, and I'll just hack from the hostel, and then I got caught smuggling the pipes and the hashish in my asshole at both locations of the airport.
Okay. Kind of an unnecessary detail for just us.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be public.
It's going to be on this podcast.
Remind me. I have heard that if you put your finger, you shove your thumb in a dog's.
Oh yeah, perfect. You could verify this. We've heard this fact before.
Dogs are fighting.
I think I know where you're going with this.
It stops the fight. It breaks up the fight.
Is that true? Can you verify?
Oh, I can verify that all day. Verify that all.
Go right ahead.
So I'll get my little Lamborghini boys that are so rabid, and I've pushed their personalities to the limit with breeding. So they get in fights all the time, and so my fingers are covered in shit. I'm constantly.
Oh, so it's true then. You use that technique.
Absolutely. I mean, what else am I going to do? Shove it fucking.
Does it have to be just the thumb? Is it just the thumb specifically?
Well, the thumb's the perfect size. I mean, I haven't tried anything else, but I've got very dainty pinky, so I don't think it would even feel it if I threw a pinky in there, and I don't really need my middle finger to go up a dog's ass, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but so thanks
it's a
so
ring
much
for marriage. It's a ring for marriage, boys.
On the middle finger?
That's right.
Okay. So Tyler, thank you so much for talking to us today. I think we've kind of figured out.
I don't know how they do it up in there. That's how we do it in Tallahassee, baby.
Up in there.
I'll be in contact. I'll call this. I guess I can just call this number to make my order, or we can talk about price.
Yeah, later on.
You guys should talk about price, young man. But you saying $30,000 gives me the skeebies, because that's nowhere near the price of these dogs. So if you want to collect some funds, or you want to refinance your house or something.
Well, we kind of thought we could just do this and shout you out and kind of put you in the socials and stuff.
Oh, that would be perfect. If you had more than 31 subscribers, I would definitely
31,000.
31,000.
Well, I don't know. Let me check again. Yeah, it's actually 50 million.
Wow. Now that's, I mean, what a roller coaster ride I'm in.
We can make a deal then,
Tyler.
Sorry?
I'm just fucking with you. It is 31, but the thing is that it's a quality. God. It's a quality over quantity.
And where are you boys at? I'm gonna guess California. It's two little California boys.
Hey, when you're right, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Although
I love the chocolate out there. You guys got the best chocolate.
Perfect, Sam. Well, I think I've got what I need. I'm ready to hang up on Tyler if you are.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tyler. We'll let you
go.
Guys,
thank you so much.
Enjoy that chocolate.
We'll let you know. Hey,
Enjoy
Tyler. Tyler, we'll call you back. Hey, goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Wow. Jesus
that
Christ.
Was impressive, honestly.
Fascinating.
The most impressive guest we've had on. Most impressive call-in.
Definitely our most impressive guest. And out of the two call-ins we've done, I would say he's at least, if not more impressive than Tim Ferris.
Yeah, for sure. Just a fascinating character, really.
Yeah, really fascinating guy. And
knowledgeable about dogs and cats.
We've got a bunch of famous people.
Like.
Yeah, he knows a lot about cats. I mean, certainly. I mean, at a certain point, it sounds like he's breeding cats, even though it's.
He's doing he's doing advanced stuff with cats for sure.
Yeah, he's doing sort of like sort of Gitmo cat style operations. I mean, it's really crazy what he's describing. There'll probably be a book about it. He'll be like that guy who got on Oprah.
He's doing biomod basically. He's biomodding those dogs.
Yeah, he's basically doing Elysium.
Via cat pheromone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think we have a lot of famous people on the lines. We have Mr. Beast, we have Logan Paul, we have I'm just looking at the names rolling in on the thing here. We have just Elon Musk, we have different guys, but I'm thinking that there was one guy who wanted to call in today who's actually a fan, not someone we've talked about before, not someone we've interviewed, not someone we've talked about on the show. And I was mostly hoping to draw by interviewing famous people, but I thought it would be nice to kind of give the fans a voice for once.
Yeah.
Sam, I don't know what you think. So I'd say let's give our last call to him.
Sure.
Instead of one of these famous jabronis, who cares about that?
Right.
All right. I'll let him through. I'll patch him through. Hey,
Hello?
You're on the air with Down the Tubes.
Oh my God, am I on?
Am I on?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Oh, sorry. Man, I just had you guys on because I was listening to your
The
show
live feed.
The live
You're
feed.
dedicated. I like that. So, dude, hey, pretty big stuff, huh? You're live on Down the Tubes.
God, yeah. Is that Brendan's voice? Is that Brendan?
It's me, Brendan.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, and is that Sam?
It's me, Sam.
Dang. Is Jack's not on this episode? Or?
Jack has been we've been having some issues with
He's
him.
trying to quit.
and- yeah, he's trying to quit. So,
God, he's definitely
trying to,
the weakest link of the show. Can I say that, guys?
We're not really supposed to say anything, but he is. He's going through the academy right now, and he's hoping to pass in the next couple months.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. He's gonna
that's
be
so
the-
top secret.
behind the
I don't even know
Los
about
Angeles
it.
Police Academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's
Academy.
crazy. I do ACAB, honestly, but
You rep that?
yeah.
Well, it is a leftist show.
Yeah,
liberal
I
shows.
find you guys to be like pretty dank leftists, so that's not why I listen. It's honestly like the reason I listen is because like you guys are hecka funny and like just like the way you watch YouTube is like so brilliant and like
Yeah, we watch it well.
you like watch it so good that like it makes me go like, whoa, like the way I've been watching it, it's like so dumb, but like now that I like have you guys like it's pretty sick because
Right.
like I'll just like listen to episode and I'll be like,
You'll listen to episode and then what?
how do you mean? I thought I was just finished
Oh,
the thought.
that was the end of that sentence.
Well, yeah, I'll just like
I'll just like listen.
episode, like,
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh,
There's
it's
more
crazy. There's more
interference.
interference.
Guess something's
Oh,
wrong
man.
with
Oh,
it.
man.
I did jerry rig the phone
Jerry-rig the phone.
apparatus. So let me just fix
Yeah,
that
sorry
right
about
now.
that. So-
Let me just permanently fix it right now with some tape.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
some.
looks like it's
yeah, we have
permanently
a-
fixed.
Yeah.
my cousin actually turned me on to the show. Joe.
Oh, your cousin Joe?
Yeah, my cousin Joe turned me on to the show.
Oh yeah, he's one of our oldest fans, by which I mean not in age and then also in how long he's been listening.
Oh yeah, you guys know him?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, he's we've mentioned him on the show a couple times actually.
He's crazy Italian guy, dude. He's a wild guy. One time we were at this water fountain, and
Yeah,
Joe did.
well, it's
Joe did
relatable.
like
Go ahead.
huh?
It's a relatable story. I'm excited to hear it.
We were at this water fountain together. And he was drinking beers. He's drinking like a Lagunitas little something.
That sounds
Couple-
like him.
He was like having a couple of little somethings.
Yeah.
And God, he did a dive in this watering hole. It was so sick. I was like, dude, I didn't know you could dive like that,
Yeah.
He's
Wow. For sure.
He's got like epic dives.
Right. Hey.
Cool style too.
So, and what was your name?
What's my name?
Yeah. What's your name again?
Should I say my username on the
Yes, username on the forum.
username? It's sunglasses. I'm
Cool.
sorry, I'm nervous.
It's a high value username. Just
kinda
sunglasses.
nervous.
Well,
It's sunglasses Gile.
Oh, okay. Sunglasses Gile.
Yeah, like vile, but with a J.
Right. Like vile. Well, thanks for bringing Joe up because I kind of have this theory. So sunglasses, if you don't mind me calling you that, I feel like a lot of people who consume media these days, I feel like everyone's a content creator these days. I feel like more and more. And I just kind of was curious because, I'm thinking about the demographics of our show, which I don't really know so well. There's not a ton of data. So, like, what are you into? Like, outside of being a fan of our show, what sort of stuff do you do? What do you do with your time? What are your pursuits? Do you have aspirations to make a YouTube channel, anything like that?
Yeah, I've made like a lot of YouTube channels, and then like I've deleted them because I'm like kind of nervous and scared. But like,
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff like just about like women and like dating and stuff, and like how like women like men are being hacked right now, like
Are being what?
Men are being hacked right now at a large rate by like it's like by capitalism and stuff. So like it's like happening at a really big rate. So like I'm trying to like write this video essay about how women are like sort of like how men are like being hacked by like women and like
by capitalism and women.
Yeah.
That almost sounds kind of dangerously close to sort of like a Meninism or Pua type thing, like in a negative way. But I imagine if you're a fan of our show, it's different.
Yeah,
because you're coming from a sort of capitalist, anti-capitalist perspective.
It's from that perspective too, and like, it's just like I'll do like, but that's like one project I have going. I have another project going where I just record like Ricky Gervais quotes and stuff. I'll like post those. I'll like repost. I have like a reposting page for that.
Okay, that's pretty savvy actually. So you run these sort of like, because I'll see TikTok channels or YouTube channels are like that. They're like just like reposted quotes of one guy or something. I wonder who the fuck makes something like this. But that's
yeah.
Does that bring in cash?
Yeah.
How much?
Lots. Honestly, lots.
How much?
Oh, that one brings in like $7,000 a week.
Okay. Gosh, it's a good day. It's a good thing that the old gun store is closed on Saturday, if you know what I'm talking about. So, that's pretty impressive. I gotta admit, that kind of makes me kind of we should be a fan of you. That's what I'm saying. You're bringing $7,000 a week, but yeah, I'm just kind of recovering from that.
It's not all about money.
Sure, right. No, I agree. Totally, I agree.
I just started. It's crazy because last night I was hanging out with Bella Hadid.
Okay, wow. And you're a fan of our show. I mean, Sam, are you hearing this?
It's amazing. Yeah. What do you do?
I have like. I like repost like Ricky Gervais, like quotes and stuff, and then like
okay,
I have like I have like a Major Duck page. It's called Major Duck, and I'll Photoshop like a cat, like what's it called, like an admiral's hat on a duck, and like in like different situations and stuff, and then like put him like under a rising sun. And it's called Major Duck. Awesome.
And that one is profitable as well, or what's the deal with that one?
I would make more on that. That's 14. That brings about 14, 15K a week.
Wow. And how old are you? Sunglasses.
I'm 21.
Gosh, this is definitely going different than I expected. I mean, I'm impressed by you. Like I said, we should be fans of you. I mean, Sam, I don't know.
No, I'm humble. So like, I just like the little guys like you guys. Like I think like it's cool to watch you guys because like you have nothing going for you, and like it's just like you're never gonna get anything out of this, and like you're just doing it like for the passion
For the
of it,
love,
and
yeah.
like just to be friends, and like you know that it's going nowhere, and like it's never gonna make any money. Like that's pretty sick to me to like watch.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man! This guy twists the knife, but without knowing, and so I kind of.
Do you think you could intro us to Ricky?
Yeah. Do you know Ricky personally?
really
Because I
like-
was assuming you
I
didn't
really
know
like
him,
his
but
perspective on atheism.
Oh, I know, it's pretty gangster. It's what turned me on to the whole atheist movement, and then like from there, I got really into Bill Maher. So like, I actually kind of work for Club Random too, Bill Maher's podcast TV
Oh, I don't
show.
know. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
It's
are
really
there any
cool.
good,
He like
are there any
hangs
good
out.
clips of that
on there,
online?
or Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg or something.
Yeah, he hangs out. He'll hang out with like Gutfeld or like Fred Durst, and like they'll smoke pot and drink
You
wine
are a
and stuff.
fascinating young man. So you're making $14K a week. You're 21, and you're a big Gutfeld guy. That's
I like Gutfeld. Yeah, and I think he's really, really awesome. I think
What's
he's
he
one
like
of the
in
funnier
person?
people. He's
What's he like in
hilarious, dude. He's got all these jokes about bread that like you wouldn't even think like.
Right. Like, how could that be funny? But it's like awesome.
Yeah,
Well, here's
It's,
a
like,
clip.
Really,
This is
really awesome
sourdough
joke.
and shit.
I think I actually found.
Sourdough. Now that kind of makes sense because that's kind of funny.
This is
actually.
a clip I found. It's called. I think it says why the cancel culture mob exists with Greg Gutfeld, and this is him on Club. So you work on Club Random.
Yeah, I
So you were
added
there
it.
for this. Okay, I'm excited. Let's see what's up with that.
He's a total visionary, Greg.
When you're offensive,
But you guys are too.
Okay, we've pulled up the video sunglasses. Let's just check it out.
When you're offensive, if you just waited 10 seconds, you would forget. You know, you would just forget. Instead, they get on Twitter and then they create this kind of like mob reaction. And then people are so bored and they're so distracted that this is, and also it's a personal power thing. It's like, if I don't have any power in my world, at least on here, I can exert some kind of power, get somebody to apologize. And it feels good. It feels good if I
Really
if I get
bizarre
1,000
framing on
retweets
this.
that
Are
Bill
you
Maher said
responsible
this,
for the kind of
and what
camera
it-
angles on
I'm
this
gonna get-
podcast?
it
or
happens.
I'm
It's like, but your life doesn't change.
I'm live
My
too.
life doesn't change
I'm
by
I'm
doing
standing
that,
at
but I
camera.
feel
Okay,
like I
'cause
did something, and I think that's been
I
driving.
kind of
a lot
want
this
to focus in on a certain shot here. I want to go in on
tweets.
what's the
I
idea
try to
with
make I try to make Bill look really good. As
yeah,
good
what's
as I
the deal with
possibly
this
can.
shot? Because for me, it's kind of a bizarre because it makes him look very small and kind of like he's sitting
He looks
like
like
he has.
He looks like Montgomery Burns.
He's sitting
does
on
look
his
pretty good.
hand. He's sitting on his hand in this shot. I'm noticing, and he's kind of got no. He looks like he doesn't have bones. He looks like he's kind of jelly
exhibiting cock
sitting.
shame.
Well, he's high. He's really high. He's stoned.
Oh, he's stoned during the show.
Yeah, he smokes pot and weed and
Yeah.
and like marijuana and stuff, and he'll drink like Don Julio. Like he'll drink wines.
Is that
But so, just what
is
was
that
your
true?
philosophy?
What they say about Bill is that he has a cock shame.
Yeah, he's got deep cock shame, and he doesn't like anybody to talk about that. But like we talked about it pre-show because he wanted like me to frame it in a really good way to like just alleviate that. But you know, you can only do so much. But like I was the one that put the lava lamp in there, and like I thought he should have Schweppes ginger ale.
Greg Gutfeld, he's kind of a.
Well, we're definitely sinners, but it's a
He looks kind of small.
It's a
kind of got no neck.
So you
He
can
looks
write
different
things
here
on
than
it
I've
and
ever
not be held
seen him.
accountable.
He looks
That's
He's really beautiful in person. He's a really sweet man.
it does. It destroys career.
Well, great. I mean, this is actually pretty exciting because I would say that, Sam, we've kind of befriended a Hollywood insider. Or I don't know where Bill Maher records Club Random.
yeah,
but
or
this could
at
be
least,
really
you
big
know,
for the show.
Sort of Hollywood adjacent, kind of. I mean, I guess Gutfeld is.
Yeah,
Bill Maher and Gutfeld are kind of.
Gutfeld's Hollywood
don't-
adjacent. I'd
No
say that.
offense, but they're kind of, you know. I mean, you know, no one wants them at their, you know, red carpet event necessarily, but they're definitely Hollywood kind of guys. You know?
Sam, don't offend this guy because I'm thinking. Here's my kind of thought, just in closing.
Mhm.
Maybe,
Yeah.
we could bring sunglasses in to the show in Jack's place, and he would kind of
Okay.
bring all his fans from his Major
Right.
Duck channel and his Ricky Gervais quotes.
Well, I do think
kind of a boost.
That would
kind of a
jive
bump for us.
definitely with our listenership is the duck thing, because
Yeah, the major
it's
duck.
kind of like has kind of a similar MO, kind of
Definitely.
same humor.
What do you think, Sunglasses? Do you want to? I mean, you called in as a fan. You might be leaving as a team member.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, or even maybe a president or the leader.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, it's a hard no for me just because I'm like so busy, and yeah, I'm so busy I can't do it, and I don't want to do it. So
What
that'd
if-
be part of
Now,
it.
what if we gave you a major stake in our company?
Yeah, we could
We're
give you a
talking about
controlling stake in our Patreon.
60 to 70% of ownership of our company
Gosh.
for $200,000 in Gutfeld introduction.
You know what? I'll think about it. I was just gonna start up a new YouTube channel, so a lot of my I'm pretty busy. But
Okay, well, we tried. We
Well, we
tried.
could use ours.
yeah,
and I
if
mean,
you
right-
guys,
easy
if you
to
guys,
build from there because we already have 31 followers. So
yeah,
it's kind of jump starting things for you.
I almost want you guys to say small, so it's like my little thing that I can just like kind of go back to
Oh, that
whenever
makes
I need
sense.
to like
Oh my
feel
God.
better about myself.
Sorry, hold on. Shut up. Bill Maher, he's allowed to smoke inside, or
Well, it's
yeah,
like his house
it's
or something,
It's
right?
at his house.
so awesome. That's so awesome.
Wait,
Is this Tom Segura on? Oh my
No,
God, that's
that's
awesome.
Fred
Does
Durst.
Tom Segura smoke pot? Is that true?
He does. He smokes a lot of pot. He smokes like big blunts and big doobies, and he'll hit the bomb.
well, I think that is
Cool.
the type of bombshell that is just kind of perfect to end a show like this on. So Tom Segura smokes the big bong. That's confirmed. We've got Sunglasses Gile here. That's J like vial with a J. Sunglasses Gile. Thanks for coming on. Thanks to all the callers. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tyler, Clive, Wilder, Sam. Obviously, we have a lot of business to attend to after this. We
Thanks,
gotta get your
guys.
dog.
Go Ron
Thank-
DeSantis 2024. Just
Oh,
wanted to say that.
Oh,
And
shit. I hung up on him. Sam. Fuck. That always happens when you take call-ins. They're unpredictable.
Yeah,
These
for
people,
real.
these callers. Oh well.
I hope everything else he said was true. I hope he wasn't just a troll, because the duck thing
Yeah,
seems
'cause we
lucrative.
kinda- I'm kind of mentally set on it now. I need Major Duck.
Yeah, and he can kind of run our channel. So
Okay.
the duck can.
just kind of play us out here. Let's just get
entire lifestyle, or do you ever come down to
maybe some
earth with us?
Renaissance
maybe,
music.
some sort of.
How normal are you, Fred?
I don't even know if I want to expose that. How
Come on,
normal I
it's
am.
just
I love Tom
us. No
Segura.
one's listening.
Just
He's so
us.
funny.
No one's.
So I'll just put on some sort of.
This right here is one of my 18 audiobooks that I own. It made 82 sales
One of
last
18
month.
audiobooks that I
Audiobooks
own
that I own.
is a funny way to say that.
I don't even
speak Spanish.
Okay, cool. Hey folks, just enjoy. This is just some stoicism mental programming. So just kind of enjoy this. Some kind of words of wisdom, words of improvement.
Improving myself, I improve the world. I act always with decorum, in a disciplined and reasoned manner.
Be interesting. There's a sort of noisy, affected
I slow down and measure my every
presence on this audio.
To be balanced and august is the greatest virtue.
Sam, just go hog wild on it.
I remember that the contest is now. I am now at the Olympic Games. I will fulfill myself by attending to nothing except reason in everything I encounter.